Hello everyone, my name is Brian. I hope you're all keeping well. So in today's video, I'll be teaching you on how to convert units of measurement for length. Before we proceed, we need to understand the meaning of measurement and units of measurement. Well, measurement is the act of dictating someone or something's length, weight and capacity. And units of measurement are the units set in place to show one quantity or length of something. For example, the ruler is 10 centimeters long. So the units of measurement for length are 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter, 100 centimeters equals 1 meter, and 1000 meters equals 1 kilometer. One of the best ways to memorize units of measurement for length is by singing it as a song. So it goes like this: 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter, 100 centimeters equals 1 meter, 1000 meters equals 1 kilometer. Let's sing it again. 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter, 100 centimeters equals 1 meter, 1000 meters equals 1 kilometer. This is a very easy and simple way of memorizing the units of measurement for length. So the first slide is millimeters to centimeters. To convert 10 millimeters to 1 centimeter, you have to divide it by 10. This is because 10 divided by 10 will give you what? 1. So that is 1 centimeter. To get from 1 centimeter to 10 millimeters, what we have to do is times it by 10. This is because 10 times 1 would give you 10, so it is 10 millimeters. The next slide is centimeters to meters. To convert 100 centimeters to 1 meter, what you have to do is divide it by 100. This is because 100 divided by 100 will give you 1, which is 1 meter. To get from 1 meter to 100 centimeters, what you have to do is times it by 100. This is because 1 times 100 will give you what? 100, which is 100 centimeters. The next slide is meters to kilometers. So to convert 1000 meters to 1 kilometer, all you have to do is divide it by 1000. This is because 1000 divided by 1000 will give you 1, which is 1 kilometer. To get from 1 kilometer to 1000 meters, all you have to do is times it by 1000. This is because 1000 times 1 would give you 1000 meters. If you're able to practice the formulas that I've given you, then you'll be able to answer converting units of measurement for length questions with ease. Now that I've told you the formula for finding units of measurement for length, I'm going to give you some examples that will further help your understanding of the topic. So the first example is to convert 1 centimeter to millimeters. So if you remember, converting centimeters to millimeters is by timesing it by 10, and converting millimeters to centimeters is dividing it by 10. So in this case, we are converting centimeters to millimeters. So that means that we are multiplying by 10. So 1 times 10 will give you 10, which is 10 millimeters. Now to convert 40 millimeters to centimeters, what you have to do is divide by 10. This is because to convert centimeters to millimeters, you times. So that means to convert millimeters to centimeters, you have to divide. This is because you're converting the other way around. So 40 millimeters divided by 10 will give you 4 centimeters. The next example is converting 4 meters to centimeters. If you remember, converting meters to centimeters is times by 100, and going from centimeters to meters is dividing by 100. So 4 times 100 will give you what? 400. So 400 centimeters is your answer. The next example is to convert 300 centimeters to meters. So to get from centimeters to meters, all you have to do is divide by 1000. So 300 divided by 100 will give you 3 meters. The next example is to convert 8 kilometers to meters. To do this, you have to times by 1000. This is because converting kilometers to meters is timesing and not dividing. So 8 times 1000 will give you 8000 meters. So the last example is to convert 5,000 meters to kilometers. So to convert meters to kilometers, you divide by 1,000. So 5,000 meters divided by 1,000 will give you 5 kilometers. Now that I've gone through the examples and I've told you the formula, here are some questions that I would like you to answer. Feel free to pause the video and unpause it when you're ready. Now that you're done, here are the answers. So to convert 70 millimeters to centimeters, we have to do is divide it by 10. So that becomes 7 centimeters. To convert 3 centimeters to millimeters, all you have to do is times it by 10. So that becomes 30 millimeters. To get from 500 centimeters to meters, all you have to do is divide it by 100. So that becomes 5 meters. Now to get from 9 meters to centimeters, what we have to do is times by 100, so that becomes 900 centimeters. To get from 2,000 meters to kilometers, we have to divide by 1,000, so that becomes 2 kilometers. And to get from 6 kilometers to meters, what we have to do is times by 1,000, so that becomes 6,000 meters. I know you did great, well done. So to recap, to get from millimeters to centimeters, you have to divide it by 10. To get from centimeters to millimeters, you have to times by 10. To get from centimeters to meters, you have to divide by 100. To get from meters to centimeters, you have to times by 100. To get from meters to kilometers, you have to divide by 1,000. And to get from kilometers to meters, you have to times it by 1,000. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions or if you're unclear about anything that I've talked about today, please don't hesitate to type it in the comments and I'll respond to you as soon as possible. Remember to subscribe, like and press the notification bell so that you're notified when I post a new video. Thank you for listening and bye.